Okay, this is kind of insane. 3 days ago, one of the most powerful AI models in the world was released. People started using it, building things, and then it just disappeared globally for everyone. So here's what actually happened. Anthropic released a model called Fable 5. But here is the important bit. Fable 5 isn't the raw system. It's a heavily controlled, safety wrapped version of a much more powerful base model called Mythos. You can think of Mythos as the engine and then Fable 5 as this version of it with certain limits, guardrails, restrictions on top. Now, before releasing anything public, Anthropic had already said that Mythos was, in their words, too powerful, specifically because it was incredibly good at things like finding vulnerabilities in software and identifying weak points in systems. Which is useful, but obviously really risky. And so what they did is they gave access to Mythos to a small group of companies to test it safely. Then they released the Fable 5 version, this safer public version, just a few days ago. But almost immediately, the US government asked them to shut it down. They issue an order saying revoke access to this model from any foreign national anywhere. Now, here's the problem. Anthropic can't verify nationality in real time. So to comply, they didn't just restrict some users, they turned the whole thing off. Fable 5, gone. And because it's built on Mythos, access to that class of capability disappeared overnight. Just pause on that for a second. A live AI product that's been released out there and people are using in their real-time workflows gets shut off immediately because of a directive from a government. And I don't think this is a one-off. Tools like this, they're so powerful and so useful that people are adopting them really quickly. Like within days, they're changing how they work, building them into their workflows, raising their expectation of what good looks like. And it makes sense. These tools are incredible. But underneath that, there's still a huge amount of uncertainty around how these models should be governed, what's actually considered safe, and where the boundaries are. And that's not fully figured out yet, not even close. So you end up in a situation where, on the one hand, adoption is moving really fast, but on the other hand, the rules around them can change just as quickly. And when those rules change, they don't just tweak the product you're using, they can suddenly call into question the entire model beneath it, which is exactly the problem we've just seen. And just to zoom out a little bit, this is also a really strange way to build technology this powerful, as even Anthropic had concerns about Mythos. They were unsure about how it would be used, whether it would be misused, whether they could have the actual control they needed, and what the unintended consequences might be. And yet, we're still in this loop of build it, release it, figure it out later, instead of asking, what do we actually want these systems to do? Where should the boundaries be? Because once something that powerful exists, even if you wrap it in guardrails like Fable, you can't completely separate it from the risks underneath. So if you are using AI in your workflows today, you should definitely consider what this might mean for you. This isn't about stopping, but if you're fully reliant on a particular model to do your job and you're adapting completely around it, well, at any moment, you could lose access to that product. As part of that, you're relying on the company behind it, the policies behind it, and the underlying model that it's built on. And any of those can change fast. So maybe the takeaway is just this. Use these tools, absolutely, but don't rely on the fact that they're always going to be there, because this week showed that sometimes they just aren't. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and also subscribe to the channel for more videos about how to use AI in your day-to-day work, including developing new products. I'll see you soon.